Okay, so the popcorn is ready, you got your sweatpants on, and you are ready for the next binge challenge. But what about figuring out which of the interesting movies is available to you tonight? No matter what you're looking for, from comedy, action, adventure, romance, or drama, there is something for everyone on the streaming giant sites. And while there are certain movies everyone, including novice filmgoers, might have seen, like Stanley Kubrick's Thе Shining David Lean'dz's Lawrence of Arabia, David Fincher's Fight Club, which are lauded with critics and admired by viewers, none of this made the list of top 10 movies you must watch before you die. Like to confirm? Join us as we explore the streaming catalog of best Hollywood movies you must see at least once before you die. Number 10. Thе Prεζtige. Released in 2006, Thе Prεζtige will keep you glued to your screen until its very end, starring Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale as two rival magicians who try to outwit each other, only to discover that they have both after fame, with dire consequences. The movie is an intriguing tale of deceit and drama, as both protagonists manage to keep the audience hooked with their brilliant way of storytelling. Number 9. My Neighbor Totoro. Can you tell how a movie almost entirely free of conflict and action becomes so moving and charming for anyone of any age? In my own opinion, I would say it's about the time, place, and the people within them. The movie features the post-war Japanese countryside, where two young girls and their father have just moved to be closer to the hospital where their ill mother resides. In trying to show for the sick, the kids meet the forest spirit Totoro, a cute and benevolent being, but at the same time intimidating when aroused. Totoro manifests himself to them several times to help them in their difficult hurdles. From a reminder of its simple wonders of life to a nap in the grass, My Neighbor Totoro is deeply symbolic. Number 8. The Shawshank Redemption. At a time when a bank worker, Andy Dufresne, Tim Robbins, is convicted of a double murder and sentenced to a life term at the Shawshank State Prison in Maine, the ugly realities of prison life are quickly introduced to Andy as corrupt warden Bob Cooten and sadistic guards led by Captain Byron Hadley, Clancy Brown, and inmates who use rape as a weapon to ensure their dominance. But Andy never cracked. He kept the hope of his innocence alive and used his banking skills to win favor with the warden, improve the prison library, and bring some dignity and respect back to many of the inmates, including Red. Number 7. There Will Be Blood. With 158 minutes of wiry muscle and limbs like that of Day-Lewis the movie, There Will Be Blood may just be the leanest and meanest movie ever made, as the cast manifest a portion of charismatic moral corruption. The background makeup of this movie, with the intimidating tone of his voice, will lift you off your seat. Few films elicit such compulsive viewing. It propels itself forward like a freight train powered by dialogue and searing imagery between Day-Lewis and Paul Dano's Snake. Number 6. Once Upon a Time in the West. When it comes to interesting movies, there's nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned, dusty, galloping shoot. Once Upon a Time in the West makes such scenes significant, as Sergio Leone took the twisty narratives and stylish framing to bring in film legends Bernardo Bertolucci and Dario Argento as story collaborators, and constructed a grandiose homage to the many great westerns that came before him. The movie tells the story of a bewildered young widow trying to fend off encroachments on her honor, and ended up against a murderous villain. Number 5. Notorious. This masterpiece features Cary Grant's U.S. agent who enlists Ingrid Bergman, a notorious woman, to spy on and seduce her father, Nazi Paul, Claude Rains. Her deep undercover mission, however, threatens not only their love affair, but their lives. Hitchcock turns the movie screws of suspense so tight that we end up sweating in our seats. Number 4. Saving Private Ryan. You're no doubt fully aware of the first 30 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, a graphic, terrifying depiction of the D-Day landing at Normandy that's surely among the most harrowing stretches of film ever assembled. What follows is the story of a Tom Hanks-led squad sent to retrieve one soldier of his duty after his 3 brothers were killed in battle. Some confuse the sincerity of Steven Spielberg's film for sentimentality, but like the soldiers in the story who gripe about what they consider a frivolous mission, they're not seeing the forest for the trees. This movie is a powerful reminder that compassion and empathy, even for one small, pretty much inessential man, are crucial to our humanity, and that humanity is worth fighting for. Number 3. The Wizard of Oz. When this 1939 treasure shifted from the black and white of drab old Kansas to a vibrant Technicolor Oz, it showed the world the transporting power of the moving picture. Its every element invokes wonder. The sets, the characters, the performances, and of course, the songs. Every one of them a joyous earworm. Describing Dorothy's great journey from home to Fantasyland and back again, the story penetrates straight to the deepest insecurities of childhood, stirs them, and then reassures them. And when it comes to debating the status of Citizen Kane, you'll agree that The Wizard of Oz is nothing but a masterpiece. Number 2. Sshindlеr'ź Lizt. Directed by Steven Spielberg, Schindler's List shows the true story of Oskar Schindler, who had managed to save many Jews from the atrocities of the Nazis during the Second World War. It won the Academy Award for the Best Picture in 1993, and is proof of what a movie can achieve. Realistic, powerful, and hard-hitting, Schindler's List is perhaps the best war movie that has ever been made. Number 1. The Godfather. Perhaps the most influential movie of all time. The movie has inspired a generation of filmmaking. The Godfather is a neo-noir film that showcases the gang wars between different mafia gangs in America, with extraordinary performances by Al Pacino, Marlon Brando, and Robert De Niro. Having long rejected the family business, Michael shows up at the wedding of his sister, Connie, Talia Shire, with his non-Italian girlfriend, Kay, Diane Keaton, who learns for the first time about the family business. A few months later at Christmas time, the Don barely survives being shot by gunmen in the employ of a drug trafficking rival whose request for aid from the Corleone's political connections was rejected. After saving his father from a second assassination attempt, Michael persuades his hot-headed eldest brother, Sonny, James Caan, and family advisors Tom Hagen, Robert Duvall, that he should be the one to exact revenge on the men responsible. Will he succeed? Find out in this Francis Ford Coppola action-packed movie. And that is it on the list. Do let us know what your list of 10 must-watch Hollywood movies is. And if you enjoyed this pick, do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and share with your friends.